What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge. Before we get started here today, big thank you to everyone that subscribed to our channel recently. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you can be notified when we go live or when we upload another video. Also, check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com for all your OU apparel needs. You can see the ticker at the bottom of the screen with all the information you need as you check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com. Everyone knows the news. Seth Luttrell was fired yesterday from the University of Oklahoma. John Finley moves into the play calling duties, and Kevin Johns is now the official quarterback coach at the University of Oklahoma. I think the big question really Sooner fans have, guys, and it may be an easy answer, but we'll see as we get into this, is one, does this affect the locker room at all in any way? Two, will there be any significant or any kind of change from the fans' perspective when they watch the game coming this Saturday? And then three, guys, what does this mean for next year? Does it mean anything at all that these promotions have been made and moving forward?
Yeah, Jeremy, the first question you asked, does this even affect the locker room? There's no way the locker room has not already been affected, because if you're Oklahoma on the defensive side of the ball and you take the field and you're constantly being one of the best defenses in the country and you're getting no help from your offense at all, you can't tell me that doesn't at least create some tension or toxicity or something in the locker room, because you're the defense. You've done your job all year long. You've gotten no help. You've given your offense countless opportunities all year long to make plays. And what have they done with those opportunities? They've squandered about every single one. Done nothing. And then how is this going to affect the play calling, or what kind of changes are we going to see on offense? Jeremy, Hunter, Jason, I don't know how much worse this offense can get, but we said that after the Texas game, and it got worse against South Carolina. So what I hope to see is you see young guys play, maybe guys like Devon Mitchell, Caleb Hicks. We saw him get some run. Do we see some more of him? Jacob Jordan, he was the lone bright spot in the game outside of Javonte Barnes against South Carolina. Do we maybe see him get a lot more action? And also with Kevin Johns having the opportunity to work with the QBs, does maybe, I don't know, Kevin Johns potentially have the opportunity to build a good relationship with one of the QBs, maybe even better? And maybe not to say that he's auditioning for a potential QB coach job, but maybe keeping a spot as an analyst on the staff, depending on who they hire as OC. And this is just an offense that's been a mess. And as I said, I don't know if it can get much worse, but Hunter, you said it in previous videos. It got worse against South Carolina, and we never thought it could. So have we even seen rock bottom yet? I hope so. And John Finley, I hope that he can call plays better. Hopefully he can get the offense more prepared, because I've never seen an offense that's more unprepared going into any games in my life. It's horrid. I've never even seen an offense I've watched in football. I've seen high school offenses that look 5 times better than this OU offense and what I saw all year long for Oklahoma. So can things get much worse? I have no idea. I hope not, but we've said that after Texas.
Hey, listen, guys, I mean, the offense, if you think how bad it was, and Jackson, you mentioned I think the first question Jeremy asked was about, does it hurt the locker room? Well, if I had to guess, I bet Seth Luttrell went out pretty peacefully and was like, guys, I'm not performing. I'm going to have to go. This doesn't work out. You guys go do the best you can. I'm with you guys. He's an OU guy. He's not. So I think he went out good. I think the players are all probably like, let's go do something good. But the reality is this. John Finley has never called plays. I'm pretty sure, this is my opinion, I'm pretty sure John Finley got put in the booth last week to try to figure out what to do to call play. Guys, I'm not kidding. I think Brent Venom was like, we're probably going to make a move. I'm probably going to promote you. Do you know what you're doing? No, I've never done it. Well, will you get up there and learn for a week? Hunter, you're laughing. Go learn for a week in the booth behind Seth, then we'll promote. This offense, I don't think they know what they're doing. Jerm, I think this guys, I think this John Finley thing was a move where you probably didn't want to fire 2 coaches in the season, so you had to fire one. Your other coach, let's promote him. Long term, this is not going to be the solution. They're not going to hire John Finley next year. But I think locker room, okay, you had to make the move. This year, it's not going to be much different offensively. I think I hate to say this. I know it can't get any worse, but there might be one more spot you could fall down to offensively. It might get worse. I don't know. How could it get better with a guy that's never done the job? So
exactly, Jay.
I think probably deep down, Britt Vimmels would have liked to have got rid of both of them, but he thought, if I do that, then who am I going to promote to coaches? It's a lot of other issues. So that's my thoughts, guys.
Yeah, Jay, I think that's what that last statement there is spot on of. I mean, you can't get rid of both. I mean, this team, again, said it on the Instant Reaction Live. They don't know what's going on, plain and simple. Guys are out there confused. I said it, other than Jacob Jordan at the wide receiver position, they don't know what's going on. Offensive line, they have no idea what's going on. I mean, it's like they're out there trying to guess what to do. I mean, giving up 9 sacks to South Carolina. Oh, by the way, they're playing a very talented defensive line in Ole Miss. It's going to be ugly this coming Saturday at 11 a.m. It's not going to change anything. I mean, Oklahoma, the only thing left for them to do to get worse is to be absolute dead last in FBS, which, I mean, they continue on the trajectory that they are. It's probably going to be the case for Oklahoma. You can't fire both of them in the middle of the season. That's too much change. It's not going to change anything, but somebody had to be let go. I mean, you cannot have an offense this bad at Oklahoma. Oklahoma's on, like, right now, I mean, you look at the ESPN analytics, they're not favored. They're not projected to win a game. They have a 35% chance to win or less in their remaining SEC games. Oklahoma has never only won one conference game post-World War II. The 4 times that they did pre-World War II was when they were playing 5 to 3 game conference seasons. Way different era of football. Again, it's a bad spot for Oklahoma. It's not going to get any better, but something had to happen, and it did.
Well, I mean, I can't disagree, guys. Here's what I would say. If OU looks way better, then I think there is a bigger issue than people let on to believe, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. I mean, I think there are co-OCs. Of course, Seth Luttrell's calling the plays, but if Joe John Finley didn't like something, I'm pretty sure Luttrell seems like a pretty humble guy. They could have had conversations about. I mean, these guys were on the same staff together. So unless there was just something to where there was no conversation about what they were running, which is not the case.
What are you leading? I don't understand where you're going.
Yeah,
with this.
I'm lost with that.
Where are you going with this? I'm confused on what you're saying about. Are you saying that Joe John, you think?
I'm saying there's not going to be that much significantly change because Joe John was right there with Seth Luttrell. And if they wanted to change as far as play call or Jackson, you mentioned personnel, all of a sudden the young guys are going to play. That to me, if that's the case, then there is way too much power given to Seth Luttrell. Okay, if that's what I'm trying to say, Jay. These guys run the staff together.
I see what you're saying.
So personnel. The only change to me that you might see is he might just have a better feel for when blitzes are coming or call the right play. But it's not going to matter even then if the line's not protecting. So in that case, you're not even going to be able to tell in a lot of areas if it's a better play call. And for Seth Luttrell, that was a major issue, Jay. A lot of this, Seth Luttrell was given a bad hand at the beginning of this year, his first year as OC. And he's the one that has to face the music. But the fact of the matter, it was, Jay, and Jackson and Hunter, he was dealt a bad hand from the start. He made some massive mistakes. But, man, there was a lot holding him back as well. But he's no longer there. But I think the only thing it does in the locker room, guys, it sends a message to the players and the other coaches on the offensive staff. We're not okay with this. Hunter said it last night. No one's job on the offensive staff is safe. And if this doesn't show you that, then at least open some eyes.
Yeah. And hey, the Joe John Finley, those things, Jeremy, he's also co-OC right now, and he's okay preparing for a game and having his tight ends block the number 1 player on defense.
That's my point, Jay.
I don't know.
That's my point. Listen, we could go on and on talking about this and how this is going to affect the team. we'll see Saturday, but OU's an 18-point dog right now to Ole Miss, and it's probably going to reach 20 or 21 by the time this week's
maybe
over.
even higher. Maybe
even higher, especially after a move where you're now losing an OC. And I know they're already pretty much last, but it could even look more discombobulated on Saturday. We'll see. Time will tell. I know one thing. We'll be here to cover it all week. Make sure you subscribe to the Sooner Surge on our YouTube channel and check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com. We'll catch you later.